and welcome back to the Experience Podcast. It's just me. We're doing another. Hold on, let me just mute my phone before we start. We're doing another. What's it called? Commentary series. Um, I wasn't planning on doing this, but just personal news, guys. I guess I did sprain my finger yesterday, and so I had all these plans for today. Oh, no, not that many plans, but I had some plans for today that now basically got thrown out the window because I'm kind of nursing this sprain. I don't want to do too much activity. I got it taped up right now, so it's doing okay. But it's definitely pretty swollen, so I don't want to do too much. So, but that means we're just gonna do a little podcast recording. Um, and we're gonna do a commentary. And this is one that I think every single time I talk to Chandler and Dan, I guess, but Dan doesn't want to talk to me. But Chandler mentions it every single time we talk, and it's his favorite episode. It's Old Women with Sticks, number 33. For those following along at home, it's episode number 33, Old Women with Sticks. It's his favorite one, and I think it's time we do a commentary on it. So this will be another three-parter. This was just another long one, 55 minutes. I was going to do a different episode, but I decided to do this one because just like staying in order, like chronological order. So we'll do the next one. Probably the next one will be the one that I'm hinting at that I will not give any hints for. But it's if you follow these commentary checks, you know sort of the types of episodes I generally like to do. So you can probably figure it out which one's going to be the next. But anyway, we're doing Old Women Sticks, and yeah, we're gonna get right into it. Again, if you guys like these, which you guys have, you listening to these commentary checks, so I appreciate it. I appreciate the positive feedback. If only it's just numbers, people downloading episodes. But we'll keep doing them because they're interesting for me. They're interesting to kind of go back and revisit again my past. I mean, we're talking 5 years ago. This was well, it was published on February 12th, 2019. It was probably recorded, whenever it was. So let's listen to and yeah, we got Connor, myself, Chandler, and Dan on this one. So nice packed episode. So let's get going.
Fair, good, new, right?
From like
Do
book
Do you
returns or
actually
whatever?
rate? Do you actually rate that?
Well, I mean, they seem pretty professional about it. So, and now the question is that like a log scale? Does it go up by half? So is half of good fair, or is half of good poor?
What?
I'm not following.
I'm pretty
Unusable.
sure it's just linear. I don't.
Okay,
Think,
so poor is half of good.
no, No, that's not what I'm saying.
If you say it's linear,
If good,
then it's
is
unusable,
10.
poor, fair, good. So half of good
Oh
is
wait.
poor.
Oh no. Sorry. I thought good was the top one. So I was like,
new,
that's not how that is.
New.
So half of new is.
But it would
fair.
never be new unless it's new. Like after new, that shouldn't be a
I think
category.
it means good is new.
No.
No, that's not what
No,
he said.
I'm pausing it here because we do a cold open every episode, as you guys know, or we try to. We don't do it for like these commentaries because there's no. Someone mentioned, not someone, several people have mentioned, and I thought about it, just doing like a clip from the middle of the episode and making that the cold open. I could do that, but that requires not a lot of work, but I have to go in, I have to remember or mark down a good moment to put in there, then clip it in, move it to it's like, that's more work than I need to do. So we just do the regular, we just do the regular cold open. But this one, we're over a minute into this episode. I don't remember what they were talking about. Some grading system, obviously, but I cannot for the life of me remember or pinpoint exactly what this was referencing to. I'm wondering how long this is going to go on. Well, we'll see. Let's keep going.
Good is not new.
Good.
Shit.
New is better than good.
Yeah.
It should have just been like great.
No.
Or the condition, or like, I don't know. Why are you?
Yeah, we're going to the thing. Everyone, welcome to the Experience Podcast with me and someone else. And okay, so Dan was trying to record something there, but we're gonna cut that part out because that's what gets cut for the song. Connor canceled on me a few hours ago, so I've been scrambling. I asked so many people, and then at the bottom of the list was Dan, and he said
I feel
no.
like you
And
asked
then
me
after
before.
that,
Yeah, you definitely asked
no,
me.
I asked Chandler first,
Then why did you still ask me?
and then I asked you again.
Do you not feel...
Sorry, pausing here. I've read the description wrong. Connor is absent. Sorry, Connor's not in this one. It is Dan, myself, and Chandler. So, yeah, sorry, that's on me. Keep going.
confident with Chandler's ability?
No, I think we've been doing 3 or more the past few months, and I think that
It works
better
with
than
more
2.
guests.
Like Connor and I can do it by ourselves, but it works better when we have a third. 3 is always better than 2. That's what they say.
I agree with that.
Anyway, Chandler and Dan are back this week because we're that desperate.
Yeah.
Chandler never has plans, and Dan moved his plans.
Dan didn't have plans.
Yeah, I didn't have plans.
Yeah.
He
But,
was
but
like,
like
nah.
who's more likely to have plans tonight?
Chandler.
Really?
I mean, actually, yeah.
Chandler.
You'd be. Dan doesn't.
I guess
No.
Dan doesn't do anything, but Chandler doesn't have a life, so it's kind of.
It balances out,
Yeah,
but at
I
the
guess
same,
so.
it's like, I don't know.
Chandler does like 2 things.
But
Dan
like-
has the potential to do 5 things.
But he doesn't do anything.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? He has the
Yes.
potential to do more things. Chandler does more things, but he doesn't have that.
I
many
couldn't
options.
do anymore.
Yeah, you don't have as many options. So
No.
that's the problem with this.
That's why.
Either
I'm
way,
gonna-
regardless, you're both of you. You're both not very busy overall in general.
No.
So it was very easy to set this up.
I mean, I have a physics midterm on Monday.
Okay, well we
Definitely
all have stuff
should
going on.
study for it,
I
but
got a couple tests next week. You know, I'm doing this.
I mean, you know.
Actually, Connor was like, we can't record tonight. I have a test on Monday. And I was like, okay, I have a test on Monday and Tuesday.
It's like, what do you? But
It's Saturday. He's got a couple days. It just takes an hour.
just study, like at literally any other
I don't
time.
know what he's studying for. I guess organic chemistry, maybe. I don't know.
Organic
Yeah,
chemistry.
well, that's a doozy.
Organic chemistry 2, so it's...
Yeah, it's...
Okay, I'm
Doozy
hoping this
part
will
2.
record okay.
Electric
no, that's good.
boogaloo.
This thing
It's
is...
not electric,
The audio
it's
is
organic
spotty here,
chemistry.
so this episode could just get washed completely.
Well, that's fine.
Thanks, Nadia. She's got something going
How
on.
do you watch an episode?
I wanted to bring on Rachel again, but she's busy. Even though she lives upstairs.
I want to know how you would watch an episode.
How we would watch an episode or watch an episode?
Watch.
It's
You
like-
can watch an episode. I mean, you can
You
just look at
can't
the
watch an
waveform.
episode.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
There's
you
a
can just look at the
video.
waveform.
There's a YouTube video, so you could watch it. It's still the logo.
That's worse than watching paint dry.
Is it though?
It's not. You
Yes.
have something to look at while you're
The
listening.
best thing is I asked Joey Crawford, and he was like, hold on, let me pull up the exact text. It's complete BS. Hold on.
Pausing here at the mention of Joey Crawford. I don't think, and maybe our dedicated listeners can verify this. I don't think he's ever been on. He's always had an excuse. I've asked him too many times, to be fair. But yeah, there's certain people who, Joey included, I'd love to have on. Just they never wanted to do it. So that's it. But okay, let's get back to it.
I asked, hey, you want to come on? And he said, no, I'm not really, no, I can't really do it tonight. And then he said, oh yeah, I don't know. I said, are you free tonight? And he said, not especially, but what's up? I like how half people said that. They're like, we're not free, but what's going on? Like, nosy.
I mean, I don't know, because I mean,
What am
there
I
are a
missing
lot-
out on? That's
Well,
what that's kind of...
you know,
I think Steven did the same thing. A lot of people did that.
Well, a lot of plans can be very flexible. It's like, I was going to hang out with my friends, but I can be like an hour later than I thought I
Oh,
was
Chandler,
going
I'm
to.
sorry. You got something going on tonight?
No, I don't.
Okay, yeah, you didn't actually have friends to hang out
No.
with. Okay, sorry, Dan. What do you...
I like how you ask your other friends if they have anything going on tonight, and then you ask us, do you want to be on the podcast?
No, I said, are you... I asked you guys if you were available tonight. Oh, maybe I didn't.
You-
Either
If you're asking me if I'm
we-
available,
we
I know
know for
exactly
sure
what you
it's
want.
for the
Yes,
podcast.
you know what I'm asking anyway. I like...
There's no formalities.
It's
That
depends.
you don't
Well,
talk
also,
to me
I think
otherwise.
if you've been on the podcast before, you also know. Like, Joey Crawford has never been on, so he doesn't necessarily know I'm asking him to do this. It could be anything. And then, like, people like Steven Aceto, it could be one way or another. It could be the podcast. It could be just something else. But yeah, you two, we wouldn't... Even Peter... I think Peter
Tanner for
No,
sure.
Peter I asked straight away, could you just be on the podcast? Tanner I knew was going home this weekend, so he couldn't do it.
Tragic.
Because he's got some appointment or something. Anyway, Joey Crawford, who we're calling out, he's got to come on next week. I said, Maddie said she could come on next week, so maybe we'll do that. He said, what is it? I'm curious, and I just said the podcast. And he said, oh yeah, I've been listening to it. Y'all should advertise. But yeah, I can't help out tonight. Sorry about that. He hasn't listened. We know he hasn't listened.
No one listens to this podcast.
We know he hasn't listened. We have the numbers to back it up that Joey Crawford is not listening.
There's literally no one that listens to this podcast. I mentioned that I've done this, and none of them have asked to listen to it. Not a single person that I've mentioned this.
He's like, hey, Chandler, what you got going on in your life? Why do a podcast? Okay.
No one cares.
What else you got going on?
No one cares. Literally, no one could care less about me.
Because we've been told this is good, background noise. You're in the bathroom. You gotta do something.
Exactly.
Well, I'm pausing there for our listeners. If you listen to this as background noise, leave a comment. If this is a bathroom exclusive, it's gonna be our branding. The Experience Podcast, a bathroom exclusive. If it's a bathroom exclusive for you, leave a comment. Leave a comment where you've listened to this. Again, bathroom, car, a different room because you walked over to do something else while you're vacuuming, so that way you don't really have to listen because you can't hear it anyway. Just let me know. I'm curious. All right, back into the episode.
It's that's all it's useful for.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But there are so many better
acoustics
things
make
you can
everything
put on
sound better.
when you're in the bath. There are so much better things you could be doing.
Is
with
it
your
though?
time.
This passes the time pretty well.
It does pass the. So I guess if you want time to go by quickly, do literally anything else because anything else could be more fun and therefore pass the time faster than this. Anyway, that's a good way to. That's it. Never mind.
What?
Why am I here?
Yeah, why are you here?
to
This
pass
whole
the
episode is
time.
going to be about why we're here.
Pass the time.
To
I
pass the
probably
time.
could have done something. Oh, I wanted to do one with just Owen, but he said no.
Oh,
He was like, you got to find something to talk about. I was like, Owen, you talk about whatever you want, whatever you like.
For an hour.
And he was like, no.
I don't think Owen's ever talked for an hour.
He hasn't. He's like,
I don't think throughout his life he has cumulatively talked for an hour.
so. That wasn't going to happen.
Again, I'm putting out another question. Owen, if you're listening, do not. How much cumulatively have you talked? And I'll know if he's listening because he'll respond to me probably and be upset I called him out on this, but we know he's not. So okay, back into the episode.
We couldn't do that. That's like the most emergency plan possible because he definitely doesn't have anything going on.
No, so.
He's going away next weekend. So anyway, let's catch up. Dan, go ahead.
Okay, so on the way over here.
Okay, Chandler, go ahead.
So on the way over here,
Oh, nice.
I told Chandler.
Dan
this-
told me a
this
story.
Okay.
you should
So I
tell
guess
the
I'll
story.
tell it here. So this story was prompted by him not knowing how to get here.
Who? Use names. You can't use
Chandler.
pronouns on
Chandler.
a podcast. Okay.
Not know. We didn't come here with anybody else.
It could be
Chandler
anything.
not knowing how to get here.
I didn't come here.
Chandler,
with
and let's remind people who has been here before.
Chandler.
Chandler.
I have been here before.
Dan has not been to.
I'm
my
literally
house before.
completely incompetent
Anyways.
with directions.
So Dan, who's never been here before, had to show Chandler, who has been here
No,
before.
Google
how to
Maps
get
showed
here.
us both.
Yeah, I mean I
It's
could.
pretty easy directions. You just go north.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
but Chandler didn't know what all happens north of First Drive.
I literally
He's been.
I mean,
there
I've been
once.
down that road before,
First drive.
but I don't.
You know, there's like a ton of buildings like in between First and 10th, like
Yeah,
a whole bunch.
exactly.
I hadn't
he
seen it.
He didn't know that. So we're walking up here, taking the basketball route, which Chandler's taken a grand total of one time because he lives on East. And I guess we get onto the topic of
Wait,
Bud's
can I
house.
stop you there? Chandler, you've only gone to the basketball. You gone to basketball once?
No, there's a specific route that West people take, that sort of weaves somewhere
Yeah,
around.
You
this
live on
way.
East, is that
Yes.
what you're saying? And so, how do you usually get there?
By a completely different way. I
You're
live.
coming from West.
No, he's coming from East.
No, I come from
That's
East.
all I'm saying.
I live on
So it
East.
should be the same route.
No.
No.
We came from West.
Oh,
get
you guys
to-
today came from
Yes.
West. Oh,
Yes.
okay. I thought you guys were coming from East. I was
He
like, Chandler
lives on
knows that.
West. I wanted Village.
Why were
because
you
North
all?
Ave
Oh,
is
you were
bad.
already there. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to eat at North Ave, and I wanted to eat something, so I was like, let's go to Village.
Even though it's the same food, it's literally the same food.
It's
the same company
totally
that makes
not.
this. It's the same company.
Yeah,
but
it's the same
But they're
company.
both
but Simple Servings always has salmon, and it's always good.
Okay, yeah, that food is different. They have different
Yes.
types of food, but it's the same company making the food.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
I'm pausing here. This commentary is all going to be me asking audience questions. I'd like to know people that went to other colleges, or even if you're at Georgia Tech now, because again, this was recorded 5 years, over 5 years ago, almost. We're approaching the 6 year anniversary. Um, how is your dining hall food? Because people, I always say people love to complain, especially college students, and so people will always complain about the food at a place, if it's not like the best of the best, even if it's okay. I always thought the food at Georgia Tech's dining halls was okay. It was fine. It wasn't great. I will never say it was as the best food ever, but it wasn't like it still met. It still had a decent floor of quality. Like yeah, you could still eat it. It tasted fine. Sometimes, oftentimes, like the chicken's just super dry, but like at least it's not undercooked. It's not like oh my God, dangerous. But yeah, I'd like to know how other people feel about dining hall food. Because and Georgia Tech, while I attended the school during my time, they actually switched food providers. I guess they received enough complaints, although their newer provider, and I don't know why. I say it maybe received complaints. Maybe there are other factors that we don't know about and may never know about, unless I get someone to come on the podcast and spill all the secrets. But I'm really curious about like. Or no, what I was gonna say is, they switched providers, and the food was basically the same. Like it didn't get much better or worse. It was basically the same, the food quality itself. So a lot of these dining halls and such are catered, not catered, but they get food provided by the same few companies. It's sort of there's very few companies that do like large scale food service provide, for these types of things. So. A lot of times it's all kind of the same. But I do know, I'm trying to remember. Someone told me that their food was great at a university, but I can't remember. But okay, let's get back into the episode. I'm not sure how much longer we'll go. Probably go another 5 to 10 minutes or so, and then we're gonna wrap up this first part. This is gonna be another 3-part episode, just as these always are. These are long episodes. If we do a shorter episode, maybe we'll be able to cut it into a two-parter. But yeah, we're gonna stick with a 3-parter for now. Okay, let's get back into it.
But North Ave doesn't
chicken.
always have the salmon, which is always good.
All right, fine.
So we're taking this
Chandler
basketball
wanted
route.
salmon.
That's the. At the end of the day, I just wanted some
Okay.
quality fish, but it wasn't even good. It was like weird and
No, I'll
slightly
tell you
soft.
what. You're taking what's this weird Go ahead and talk about the
So
weird
we're just taking the basketball route, and Chandler doesn't know where Bud's house is, which is on.
Which
the
is red. You could
yeah,
see it from
I know
right here.
exactly, and I was explaining to him where it is, and that reminded me of this time before with the story that I told Chandler on the way here. And the story is...
Wait, no.
You know what? I'm pausing here because I'm not sure I want to get into the story. We'll get a little bit of the story, so you get a tease, but I do want to kind of save most of it for the next part. Yeah, so, okay, let's get back. Let's hear it. 'Cause I don't remember how much. I kind of remember going back and forth in and out of the story, but we'll hear because this is kind of the main part of the episode. It's older than the sticks, um, which is some in the description I have. Dan tells the longest story ever. So let's hear at least a little bit of it.
Hold on, can I stop you? Actually, no, but seriously. I think you guys went the long way. You could easily just go up like Hemphill and just go straight down 10th Street. I think that's quicker from west. That's how you usually get to... Like, if I
that's
go
got some right angles. We need some diagonals.
Then you can take... There's like a small street right around the police, the new police station.
Yeah,
That's what we did.
Just go up 10th. Don't keep going down. Just go up to 10th and then just go straight down. I think it's easier.
Maybe.
That's usually the route that I go when I go to West County.
Anyways, so this
The
story.
story.
Go ahead with the story.
I was jogging at night, as I do, coming back
As you do.
across Burger Bowl on the little sidewalk in the middle of Burger Bowl when I meet some friends. These friends, one of his name is Mark, who Chandler knows,
Yes.
and some other people.
I know all of them.
Yeah.
But Mark especially.
Yeah, I mean, Mark's the guy.
Mark's the great guy.
He's a cool.
Mark, if
Where's
you,
Mark
you're never
tonight?
going to
Why
listen
isn't
to
Mark
this.
on the podcast tonight? Why didn't you bring Mark on? You guys are all such good
None
friends.
of them responded to me when I was like, "What's everyone up to?"
Well, I saw him.
Chandler, real question. Do you actually have things going on later tonight? You actually going to
No.
see friends? Okay.
Well, I mean, I'll probably figure out something to do. But as of right now, literally no one has responded to anything I've said, and so I'm probably just gonna.
Well, that's difficult. Okay, sorry, Dan. Go ahead.
I think that's a good stopping point. We're gonna stop right there because I want to keep the bulk of the story in the same because these episodes, the commentary episodes, come out once a week. So maybe you forget. I would forget. I've already forgotten. So yeah, we'll pick this up from here. We're right around the 12 and a half-ish minute mark in the episode, 12 minutes 24 seconds. And just things to remember is that Dan is talking about friends. So thank you all for listening. I hope you come back for next week's episode because, like I said, anytime we talk to Chandler or Dan, but Dan doesn't really talk to him, but Chandler, he mentions this episode. It's his favorite episode. He still thinks it's the best episode ever recorded on this show. So leave your opinion, leave your thoughts in the comments. Leave a comment. Don't be afraid. Most of the comments we get are like bots. So uh, even if you're a bot, if you're a bot, you can also feel free to leave a comment and let us know if this is your favorite episode. So far, I feel like it's an okay episode. Well, we haven't gotten to the story yet, obviously, but it's doing okay. It's doing okay so far. But okay. Thank you for listening, and come back next week.